The Game Awards, they've come, they've gone. We've seen many new trailers. The Xbox crew did a really good job. I think Xbox absolutely crushed it. I think that they showed, hey, we're here to play. We are now the big boys. You got Hideo Kojima's game, OD.
Overdose.
The OG OD game. And then the other big one in my mind was Blade.
That one hit hard.
Well, yeah. Well, and I think that's because if you notice, I was telling this to David. If you notice, last year Sony, I don't know if I can't remember if it was at the Game Awards or not, but Sony showed off Spider-Man 2, Marvel, and then they showed off Wolverine.
Yeah.
I think this Blade is kind of Microsoft's answer to like, oh shoot, we got to go get some Marvel games.
Yeah, I agree with that. The question is at the end, am I coming through loud enough? Like, for whatever reason, I can't hear myself. I can hear Jordan really
Is your
well.
thing turned up?
Is your headphones turned up?
Yeah, but I can hear Jordan really well.
Huh.
Just start talking, David.
Oh,
I'll
whatever,
EQ this
whatever.
as we go.
But I'm just crazy. The thing is at the end, why didn't it say Xbox? Is it a licensing thing
At the end of what?
of Blade?
I thought it did say Xbox.
No, we can pull it up.
Okay. pull up the instant camera.
I'm pretty sure it did, because how else would we know
So
that it's for Xbox?
Overall-
oh yeah, because it was Bethesda
It's
Arcane.
Bethesda Arcane, but that's it. Jordan,
I'm
while,
on it.
while
I'm
Spicy's
interesting.
looking that up,
maybe
give me
maybe
your
it's not
overall
exclusive. yeah.
review of the Game Awards, because I have been
I actually
I have been very critical of the Game Awards in the past, and I think they did a decent job.
I actually think this year was the best show they've done.
Yep.
I actually really liked it. There was, a lot of people just watch for the new trailers. I mean, that's a big pull for a lot of the audience. And then, of course, you get the awards as well, which are good. And I actually think everybody who won deserved to win their category. Like, it was actually, for me personally, there was
there's one
I don't think there
category.
was really
Yes,
much
no,
disagreement
there's-
for me.
There's one that I very much disagree with, and that's continual games or best continuing
Oh,
game.
yeah, you're
What
right.
was
you're
that
right.
category?
You're right. That one
And
was
Cyberpunk won?
ongoing games.
Best ongoing game.
Yeah, because Cyberpunk is a different game than the other ones in that category in the respect that I guess it's a live service game, but it's not like the other ones are
not
like
a live service
Yeah,
game.
the other ones are like marketed. I mean, technically every game is a live service game, right?
It's a single player game with DLC. That
Yeah,
should be its
so-
own category, like best
but
DLC.
but to be fair, they completely turned that game around. You know what I mean? Like they worked hard, and the game is actually very good.
Who was in that category? Should we look at that category?
But
real
no,
quick?
I thought best year for the Game Awards. I thought it was really good. This is the best they've done. My only criticism is just 3.5 hours. I feel like there's.
It's way
I
too
get
long.
why they have the performances, but I think you can cut a lot of that out and make it a 2-hour show
long as you-
because it's just long.
Well, even if they had the performances, speaking of one of the performances, they introduced the actress to Senua, or Hellblade 2.
Yeah.
And they're like, introducing her. And then she's like, introducing the band. So they had her, they introduced her to introduce the band.
Yeah.
You can cut some of that out.
Yeah, well, I feel like there's I don't know. I guess I get why they have performances, but I don't know.
Well,
I think all you
even-
need is the performance at the end with the orchestra doing the Game of the Year stuff, just because it's awesome to watch that flute guy. And
Hold them up.
and,
here we
and
go.
other than that,
Here we go.
I'll pull
Best ongoing game, right? Ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. That's what the awarded to the game for outstanding development.
Well, I
of
mean-
ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. They had Apex Legend. Makes sense. Makes sense. Which, by the way, how about Apex Legend partnering with Final Fantasy?
yeah, that is
That's cool.
pretty cool. Yeah,
They've got Cyberpunk 2077. Not really an ongoing game, but okay. Final Fantasy is in there.
I think Final Fantasy is in the same category as Cyberpunk.
So those two, okay. Fortnite and Genshin Impact,
Yeah,
both the same as Apex
yeah.
Legends.
So, I mean, according to their description, then yes,
But that would be every game with
no,
DLC.
no. I know.
Also-
I agree with you that it probably should have went to more of a live service type of game like the other three, but
Okay, we got to derail the conversation here because
I just pulled up Flute
we
Guy.
pulled up Flute Guy, and he switches instruments like 4 times.
Oh yeah, this guy's
Look at him
he is
go.
the leader of this band.
Yeah, look at him go. Dude, I want him in my marching band.
Yeah, like
Find yourself, your goal in life should be to find a job you love as much as this guy loves his job. Like, look at him.
Flute Guy is so awesome.
Flute Guy.
He's inspiring.
He is. Can we forward? Is it fast forward to when he picks up the recorder? I'm like, oh, he's going wood. There we go. Is this it?
I think
Look how he picks it up.
he
He like tosses it in the air.
I wonder if he just grabs what he's feeling, you know? Like, all right, here we go.
Yeah, like it's not even a part of the show.
Look, man, he's even he doesn't need a chair. He's standing up. I think the cello guy should stand up too.
Flute, dude.
Flute guy is awesome.
Flute guy is the man. All right, so Blade, are we watching this? Okay, I agree with you, Jordan. And Spicy, you agree too. Way too long.
Oh, it's way too long. I don't have time to watch.
Yeah, Spicy and I both, we hit the fast forward button. I hit it all the way to trailers. And all the trailers were really good this year, I think. Like a lot of cool stuff coming out, presented. They did a great job on that. Fast forwarding through to just see the trailers, it's so long. About halfway through, I started fast forwarding through some of the trailers if there was CGI. Like, just because it was like, whoa. It took a long time just fast forwarding through it all. So I don't know how they can come down on the time. I do think
I know how.
I do think the president
Remove some of the categories that aren't supposed to take up time.
Yeah, well, they kind of did in that they just
They kind
announced
of rapid
them.
fired.
Yeah, but some of those actually were good categories. They should flip it with some of the other categories that no one even
Yeah.
applauds for.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's true.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys. Well, I know David noticed, but they beefed up security this year.
Oh, yeah, I saw those guys.
Those guys were big.
Yeah, and they had like it roped off.
Yeah.
And then they would like open up the rope to you. That's because of that one kid.
I bet you
Who's,
there's. I bet you there's
now.
just this
the
guy.
Bill Clinton kid.
That kid's super big now. His videos are hilarious.
I bet you there's. Yeah, that's funny. Because they did seem intimidating. Those guys.
big. They weren't letting.
I bet you they just had like people out in the lobby and like
There's the guy that bit me.
military fatigues, you know, and just the intimidation.
Okay.
Guy that bit me. The vampire from Battle.
Yeah, didn't he win?
won best
voice
voice
actor.
actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. Did you find Blade, Spicy?
So what am I looking for on that? So I'm just.
Blade 2.
I know,
Blade-
but what
Blade
am I
2.
specifically looking
Where
for?
we're going to the end of Blade.
I have. It's 3 hours long. Oh my gosh. Okay.
On
There's
that
a
on
there's
that other
a
one,
place
it'll
where
take
you
you
just
straight to
the trailers.
trailers.
No, but does it show the announcement at the end? That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Okay, give
Shows
me
it
a
all.
second. All right, okay. All right, I'll do it.
So Zoran, I think Xbox smashed it with Hideo Kojima, and I have no idea what that game is, but just having him there,
Well, I think it's a big win that he's coming and making a game for Xbox Game
Huge
Studios.
win.
Yeah. So now you may not like his games, which is fair, but
it's not for everyone.
the guy does what he wants, and and honestly, I think
really is a visionary.
Yeah, I think he really does push boundaries, right? Like
I have one concern with OD,
that they said it's like a new form of media.
and I don't mind that. I just don't know what it means, but they went out of their way to the way they were describing it, and I forget exactly, so I'm paraphrasing here, but the way that they described it was. This game is super immersive, and it is a game. Like they went out of their way to say, and it is a game.
Well,
and that was
I think that's
what does that mean? Like, does that mean
Like,
that
hey,
it's
it
like
is a game?
Telltales where we're
But
just?
I mean, his games have always been like super cutscene heavy. I mean,
I don't
just
mind
look at
that.
like Death Stranding, right? So I mean,
yeah, I don't mind.
I'm
that.
sure there's going to be a lot of cutscenes, but
It's going to be interesting. Jordan Peele came on stage,
and then there's some other secret people he's working with that they're not
Secret people that he doesn't
they're not ready to announce yet.
Adidas 20 dropped a super chat. Thank you very much. $5. X1, don't worry about it. It's not saying Xbox on logo. We know who owns Arcane. Ponies just need an air to go off. It's early in development. It is true. It is true. However, I wonder if there's a licensing deal here. Like, because there's two ways to approach this. There's two ways. Yeah, it's either exclusive on Xbox and Game Pass, or maybe to get Blade license, they said, well, you can't be exclusive, so it's going to be available everywhere and on Game Pass.
Well,
And
I wonder how Sony got Wolverine then, because like Spider-Man, Sony literally owns Spider-Man, so like there's.
But then again, to
they
Adidas
can do whatever they want with it.
To Adidas 20 point, maybe it's nothing. It might just be a big nothing burger.
Yeah.
But this whole trailer, I was like, what is happening here? And I was like, this is just super weird.
No, I liked it.
And then when he stands up and he puts his coat on,
that
and then
hit
I'm like,
hard.
Oh,
And then it goes blade. That hit me hard.
Yeah, that was
I was
like,
like,
yeah.
oh yeah. Heck yeah. Like
Yeah,
that
right-
looks badass.
Yeah, and
it
you're kind of
looks-
like, you're like, is this Blade?
gives the 20 right there. That's when it was like, yes. Oh, that's
That
so good.
shot right there. Yeah, that's so good.
Okay,
They
watch.
should
See,
get-
this is exactly what happens. Blade, Arcane, Bethesda, now in development.
Yeah, but it's ZeniMax. Like, see, ZeniMax, that's all Xbox owned.
Yeah, but every other trailer, third party, first party, didn't matter, said Xbox
I don't know, maybe
Series X.
maybe
Series
Microsoft
S.
doesn't want it exclusive. Maybe it will go everywhere. I mean, who knows?
Okay.
May contain content inappropriate for children.
Yep.
I wonder if Jessica Biel is going to be in it.
One can only hope.
Yeah.
Adidas says same way Sony has Wolverine and Spider-Man, Blade an exclusive deal for the Xbox. Yeah, it might be. It's just interesting that
They didn't say that.
they didn't say it. Yeah, when every other game had said that. So spicy thoughts on OD. Actually, I was curious what you thought of OD.
The face? Like, what can I say? I mean, it's great. I mean, it's a collaboration that's awesome.
That's that face. What is that MetaFace engine that they're using? there?
Unreal.
No, it's called, there's some, it's
like
like metahuman.
It's MetaHuman. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Huh.
I've been described as a MetaHuman.
I'm reminded of the time when I saw the last Hideo Kojima cutscene where it was the beach, and then there were umbilical cords coming from the sky, and then oil all around the beach, and
Yeah.
Some baby backpacks.
and then it goes through like the birth canal, and then it's Hideo Kojima.
And you're
it's
just like, you're like,
You're like, you're like, I
buckle
don't care
up.
what this is. I am in.
that's something. then we find out we're a UPS delivery guy when we play that game. So
Fighting ghosts, fighting the ether.
fighting the ether ghosts. So this one, all we see are two faces that show different.
three.
No, there were two.
There were three.
It showed one twice.
No, that was a different actress.
It looked the same. Okay.
I'm pretty sure because they named all the people that were acting in it.
Either of you could be right because I've thought both things at different times.
I've only seen it once.
We'll find out when it comes out.
Because
I'm gonna pull it up.
the end actress is the beginning actress.
Here, I can pull it up right
but
here.
they
In
do
between,
look,
yeah.
they do look an awful lot alike. in
Everybody
between.
looks the same in video games.
Well, no, like I gotta find because what? Hold on, I'm pulling this back up. I don't know what to expect is what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
I
don't think anyone does.
but the collaboration I was not expecting that collaboration
either.
at all.
Neither. Also, I
Which-
think the part where he came out on stage with smoke, but his
Oh,
tennis shoes were like big
that
and bright
made
red.
me laugh.
I was dying. Same
So
with me.
hard. Well-
I rewound it like 3 times
Oh, like
because then you also
the
see his
first
hair.
one, I was laughing because it's all like green and smoke, and then there's knock on the door, and it slowly opens, and the
But you
rock
see
star
his-
Hideo Kojima comes
But
out.
you see his sneakers first, which is hilarious.
And then he just okay.
They're
I
bright
got to
red.
pull it up because it is so funny. Yeah, talk, David. I'm going through 3 hours of footage here, so
but it's just there's a lot of question marks there. I'm very excited. I think that kind of mystery around these games is actually good. Like it's good marketing and hype. It gets buzz going.
Well, and people
You couldn't
like
do it if you couldn't do it if it wasn't him.
people. Yeah, I mean, well, you kind of if you know him and played his games, you know his style.
Yeah.
okay.
So
So this is face
won.
number one.
Yeah, yeah. Watch.
Also, face last.
Yeah, so you'll see the difference really quick right here. There's actually a pretty major difference. Different person.
See,
Okay.
different person. Yeah.
Okay.
They are alike though. Maybe they're sisters.
And they have different things.
Maybe
and
they're
they have,
sisters
they have
and that's-
different. If you notice, they have like different reflections in their eyes.
Maybe
too,
they're
like-
sisters, and that's the dad. The dad kind of seems possessed though.
Yeah. Well, he looks like he's reading from a teleprompter.
He looks and he sounds. Look at him. He looks scary, dude.
Yeah. See, this is like your typical Hideo Kojima trailer. What is it? What am I looking at?
It looks freaking cool.
Yeah, but
though.
you want to jump into it, don't you? You're like,
I want to know what this game is.
Yeah, maybe it's a FedEx game.
And the way they set it up right here with her eyes. And
and then like you can see,
you see the
a door
door
open,
opening.
and then
in her.
I'm gonna guess it's some type of dystopian world.
That's what I look like when I watch
What
it.
if the whole game is just facial expressions?
Oh my goodness.
Well, it does. What did it say? For players and for screamers.
Yeah.
So,
But also, the thing that confuses me is this immersive experience,
Well, that's what he. That's yeah.
for all players and screamers.
but he's only able to do it because of Xbox Cloud services.
Dude, and by the way,
So that's where, like,
when
okay, here's the thing.
when he walks out,
Here's the
as the young people say it, have you seen the drip he was wearing? Like he had like his golden. Like,
That's what's funny.
he was- yeah.
Look at his shoes. You see the shoes first, and it cracked me up. Like, the
His
red
red tennis shoes.
Oh, muted for copyright music? Come on, dude. You're in the way.
Yeah, look at him.
We-
he was like golden.
When we have our own when
Oh
there's
yeah, it's playing 9 Inch Nails right now too. That's what made me laugh too. It's like it's playing 9 Inch Nails, and he comes. He's a rock star, man. There's few people that are game developers that could come out on stage just
Yeah.
like we
who
witnessed.
I'm always impressed with is the translators.
yeah.
Sometimes I
You think they
there's-
just like make stuff up?
Yeah.
they
100%.
They just summarize it like they go on forever, and he's like,
and then yeah.
we'll tell you more next year.
Yes.
Yeah. This whole scene made me laugh pretty hard. So that's funny. We got copy. Well, it makes sense. 'cause
Yeah,
it was
look at
like
his
9 Inch Nails.
golden. That's like the Kojima Productions
Thoughts?
insignia, like gold.
Thoughts on? I think this really, this though helps solidify Xbox during the Game Awards.
Well-
as like a big player because they got crushed. Let's be honest.
Well, what-
in past Game Awards,
What I enjoyed and what I think is good is a lot of these Japanese games that they
All of
showed
them.
off at the Game
All of them
Awards are going to be playable on Xbox, which is great.
yeah,
So,
yeah, I agree and I concur.
which traditionally in the past they were kind of left to Sony and stuff like that. You know. So
Pew Pew Padawan, and that's Mr. MMA in the house. Welcome. He says Exodus and Kemurai and Robin all look awesome. Exodus does look awesome. Exodus at first I was like, is this looks like Mass Effect? And then I was like, looks like Destiny. And then they called themselves the Traveler. Or Become a Traveler.
become a traveler. Yeah.
which is really interesting. That game looks really good to me.
Well, I do my game of the show, like the one I'm most excited
Yeah.
for. No Rest for the Wicked.
That one looks cool.
Yeah, from
That
the
one
guys
looks
that did
cool.
Ori, and
Yeah.
we're now in like this fantasy world. It looks like it's more of a top down. Like I was,
Diablo style.
yeah, I was also is it like an ARPG, but it's got like their art style. The music was good. It was super interesting. Like what you know, I thought that was kind of my most anticipated. And actually, surprisingly, I texted you guys. I downloaded and played the finals. I just played the tutorial. I'm gonna play it more tonight. That looked. I've heard of it, and I think I saw like Shroud play it a while ago, and a couple other streamers, but. Like Siegel was actually playing it today, and it looks fun.
finals?
Yeah, it looks fun.
I think
So
it's
I'm
cool.
excited to try it out.
Yeah, super
So-
cool. Especially were you looking up some fun facts?
No, I was just trying to remember the
Stuff?
everything that was.
Oh,
Yeah, I was just reading some while you guys were talking, I was reading some of the comments on the video, which are pretty funny. It's like they blast through 6 categories just to have a 10-minute Google ad.
let's pull up. Let's pull up the trailer that Jordan's talking about. His game of the show, No Rest for the Wicked.
Okay. Yeah.
Does look very cool. It is like Ori and the Blind Forest for adults. Is how I would
It's
describe
like
it.
they built Ori to get to this point.
They built Ori to get here.
to get here. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. No
but,
Rest for the Wicked, baby.
I think it looks really cool.
yeah.
Did they give a date on it, or did they just give like a year?
2020?
There's a lot of
2025.
2025s,
Yeah.
which
Oh, you can.
No, it doesn't pull up because I'm using Brave.
Yeah, but on Brave, you can turn it off for right now.
I can. How?
Yeah, yeah. So up in the bar, in your search bar, hit the
The
over-
lion.
right there. Hit the lion,
Did this?
and then turn off. There you go.
Oh my gosh!
I just blew your mind, didn't I?
Oh, that's crazy. Thank you, guys.
Welcome. Hey, you're welcome.
All right. Well, let's.
I just saved your life.
You just
I might have
saved-
I might have just saved the show.
You just saved the show. So let's go ahead and pull
Yeah,
it
this
up.
this does look cool. I think what's appealing is the art style, number one, and then just the world that they're in. It looks very Witcher-esque. In fact, when I was watching, I was like, is this like a Witcher spin-off? What is this? Game of Thrones, maybe?
what is this?
Got 3
What am I
skulls.
People drowning, Everything you need in a fantasy.
This felt like Witcher to you.
I thought like maybe this is like this kind of like kingdom thing. I was like, what is interesting?
You mean fantasy?
Yeah, like fantasy.
Fantasy. Okay, all right.
That's exactly what I
There
mean.
is a connection there. Okay.
But I love their art style.
Yeah,
like
the
that
art
was one of the
style.
cool things about Ori. And like this, like you can tell it comes from the same.
He looks cool. He looks like the comedic relief.
I'm sure he is.
For those of you listening, just go watch the
you'll
the Wicked.
know which
exactly
one,
who
yeah.
I'm talking about. And
Moon Studios, creators of Ori.
like look
And
how
one just-
look how good that looks.
And the music, like, look, see, I like the top-down look. I wonder if it's going to be kind of a mesh between like a side scroller and then you know what I mean? It just like a linear. I don't know, but like look, combat and stuff. Like it looks more ARPG to me. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Spicy. What was your game of the show for you? Do you have one?
I had one, but I forgot it.
Can I give mine then?
Yeah.
So this was Jordan's. No Rest for the Wicked. Absolutely.
Let me go over the list.
Absolutely solid choice, of course. Mine is Light No Fire. No question.
Oh yeah.
No question.
From the old No Man's Sky team.
No Man's
Okay,
Sky team.
I just do have to say something.
give it to
So they showed the trailer, and then they go, by the way, that's an indie developer. Yes, that is true.
a very successful.
It's
indie developer.
it's a very successful indie developer with lots of money.
with a lot of success.
Galarian Studios.
Yeah.
They have like 500 employees. There's like, they spoiler, they won Game of the Year.
but I just thought that was.
I guess they're technically, are they?
Yeah, Spicy. Will you pull up Light No Fire? What appealed to me so much is number one, it's like all multiplayer, and in this crazy cool. I know I talked about I don't like procedurally generated stuff. But like I just think this looks freaking cool though. Way cool. I just want to go adventuring with you.
Weren't you like
This is the Hello Games guys, right?
Yeah, this is gonna be us. We're just gonna play just like this. We're gonna go explore the earth. I like that you got mounts, like dragon flying mounts.
I thought you liked procedurally generated stuff,
I think it's overrated.
but like I remember
That's
when
what this is.
I remember when Starfield
They
came out.
specifically
Yeah,
said
go-
this is procedurally generated.
Remember, you
Yeah,
were super
yeah.
excited for Starfield
No,
procedurally.
no. Remember, I was
No, he
like,
hates
I
it.
want
Oh.
handcrafted, baby.
Yeah, he hates it. Is he
I don't know. I thought we were like,
But look at this though.
yeah.
Like I do
he-
want
he
this
was-
though. Is this supposed to be the impression I get is it
Like Valheim.
Valheim, that's
ish.
the,
I mean, obviously it's not Valheim, but like the
this is what
building.
see that bird? I want that as my mount. That's
That's
freaking
like-
hummingbird.
That's a yeah.
It wasn't a hummingbird, but it was like the size of a hummingbird. It was a little
Basically
fat
a
bird.
hummingbird, yeah. A
It
little
was like an overweight hummingbird.
a little robin. That's what it was. It was a robin. But look at that, could be us. Look how cool that is.
Hey, you guys just want to go fly across this lake on our
I
dragons?
gotta go to this quest. You want to come with me? Let's do it. Woo! Woo!
Well, but see, that's
Well, this is my favorite part.
what's
Let's go to the desert. Watch right here. Let's go to the desert, everybody, and we'll ride these desert.
Well, that's what I want to know. Like, what is it? Just going to be fantasy No Man's Sky? So, like, it's No Man's Sky gameplay, but just in a fantasy world, or is it going to be
like that. Oh,
Is it going to be more?
oh, it's doing things to me.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
my
We
best
don't
guess,
know anything
my
about
best,
this either.
my best guess would be just No Man's Sky fantasy.
Yeah, yeah, I would agree. Look how beautiful that looks, though.
Here's the thing, though, David.
Yeah.
That looks great. But in my experience in like Starfield,
Starfield, yeah.
the bigger the world, the less populated things are to do anything.
I don't care about the world. I care that we're a team.
Just doing
Just doing stuff, baby.
Okay.
Like Jordan said, it has that Valheim feel.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay. And you saw that person
like building a chimney.
yeah, he was like
Building up stuff.
and it was actually look how it was being built looked pretty interesting. Like,
Yeah.
Look, I just want to stand up, look over the peak together.
Just walk into those skeletons and
You're right.
apparently baby skeletons.
An unexplored Earth, and then just explore and like do mad boss fights together.
All footage in game multi.
Do you
Look,
think this is like a Sea of Thieves on steroids? You're right. It's No Man's Sky
Yeah, well,
on
that's
one
what,
planet.
That's what I think it's going to be. I think it's just going to be fantasy No Man's Sky. Now,
it
are
could
they
be
going to add?
dense.
Are they going to add different gameplay elements? Is combat going to be a little bit more
With the Zelda
like?
glider.
Like, are there going to be like? Is there magic? You know, so like there's a lot of things I'm curious about. But my general assumption is it's going to be No Man's Sky.
Look at that Robin. That's a hummingbird, dude.
Yeah, I think that is a hummingbird.
No, but it's not humming.
Yeah, its wings aren't. Yes, he's
Well,
right.
it's-
He's
I
right.
mean-
Hummingbirds go.
they can hover in
Yeah,
place.
they sound like helicopters.
They're the Harrier of the bird kingdom.
They are. They can land.
Just, guys, let's go. Hey, let's go adventuring. I'm like, Jordan, Mark, we're going adventuring tonight. Okay, let's go to the Mount of Doom.
Mount of Doom.
I flew over there this afternoon. I didn't see a whole lot.
I bet you it's gonna be more like, shoot, I gotta feed all the animals. I gotta do all my chores.
Hey guys, don't worry.
This seems like-
that's gonna be me in the back. Hey guys, don't worry. I got the torch.
This trailer reminds me of the No Man's Sky trailer when they showed off like the third person actual multiplayer trailer. Remember, it was one of their updates. Like it kind of reminds me of that, but just fantasy. So bunny people.
Bunny people.
It does seem like it's gonna be a chore game, where you have to do all your chores.
As long as I can do my chores with friends.
It's.
chores with
I'm not
friends.
saying that's a bad thing.
It's chores with friends.
I mean, Stardew Valley, one of my
It's all that
favorite
is.
games.
It's a sprinkler system.
All it was doing chores.
the sprinkler system
That
tutorial.
game for me was doing chores. Oh, this person, it's their birthday. I gotta go bake him a cake.
It's their birthday.
Okay, we're good. Now they like me more.
I just noticed this. They like titles with 3 words: No Man's Sky, Light No Fire. Wonder what their next game's gonna be called.
Multiplayer Earth.
A procedural Earth, a fantasy. All 3 words. Wow.
Man, wow.
This is my game, my trailer of the show.
Yeah, no, this is
I'm
pretty
very
cool.
excited for this.
Okay, I got mine. Can I switch it over to
Yeah,
it?
yeah, let's do it. Let's
Dude,
do it.
it was like, no, I felt like the audience didn't care that much, but it was the Sega announcement for the 5.
Oh yeah, 5 classic games, man. Yeah.
And they all look awesome.
Yeah, no, that's cool. We're going back, baby.
Yeah, here, let me
Getting
pull it
classic. Fitzy
up. The Crazy Taxi looks amazing.
Dude, Crazy Taxi was so good
Yeah.
on Dreamcast.
It started out with Jet. I was like, that looks like a nice
What came
Jet
first?
Set radio.
The Simpsons car game or Crazy Taxi?
Crazy Taxi.
I think Crazy Taxi.
Because
came
wasn't the
first.
Simpsons game? You know what game I'm talking about? I forget what it's called, but you just drove around as Krusty.
Well, not as I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Simpsons Hit and Run.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I love that game.
but that's what I'm saying. What came first, that or Crazy Taxi? Because
And
I feel
honestly, I love that game, and I don't even know what that game's about. I literally just drove around as Homer.
Fitzy in chat says, David is so full of it, he wants you guys to all play together so while flying around on dragons, he can push you off the dragon. It's true. That's the kind of game this looks like. Just tomfoolery. The best Simpsons game, by the way, is the Super Nintendo Simpsons game with Bart
Yeah.
and the spray paint.
Yeah, well,
And the
there's
skateboard.
the arcade one too, where you could be merged with her vacuum, and it was like
Oh, yeah.
it was like the Turtles, but with the Simpsons.
Yeah.
Simpsons, yeah.
Dude, that's the best
Dude,
Simpsons.
Battle Axe looks amazing in this too.
I don't think I saw the Battle
You didn't see okay, we're gonna watch
Battle
these
Axe or
right
Golden,
now.
Golden
See, I was
Axe?
like,
Golden Axe, right?
this is Jet Set. What's this?
Jet Set Radio?
Yeah, that's their new version of Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, because they've basically updated all the old
That was
games,
Streets
right?
of Rage, by the way. So
Oh, Streets of Rage, yeah.
yeah. See, this is Battle Axe. Look at it. Look how badass that looks. Is that not badass? Yeah, it looked
Dude,
crazy.
yeah,
Taxi.
dude,
It
it
looks
looks
so
so
good.
good, yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is great. And I think the audience was like, yeah.
Golden Axe, yeah, Golden Axe.
Oh, sorry, Golden Axe. Sorry, I said Battle Axe. Golden Axe, yeah. Look how good those look.
Dude, Sony's coming back.
Sega. We're mispronouncing everything, but it was Sega. Sega. Yeah, that
Sega's coming
that was
back.
that came out of nowhere for me. That was pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. Very good.
But yeah, there was the best Simpsons games. Were you saying Bart's Nightmare? Which one were you saying? The Super Nintendo one?
Is it Bart's Nightmare? All I remember is I got a can of spray paint and I'm on a skateboard and you're outside. It's so fun.
Yeah, Bart's Nightmare.
I think it
could-
was Bart's Nightmare.
That was a hard game. This is back when games were hard.
This was back when games were real.
I couldn't beat Bart's Nightmare. That was a tough game for me.
It wasn't like one of the hardest games, like some of the Disney games, like Lion King.
Lion King was hard.
And,
Yeah. I played that on a Game Gear.
That was back when Disney made good
Speaking
games.
of old games, you know what's exciting? A close second for me is the new Prince of Persia game.
Oh
Yeah,
I will
that
say,
looked really cool. Yeah,
I am not.
I'll pull that
you know
up.
how down I am on Ubisoft. I'm just a negative Nancy about all things Ubisoft. And as Jordan, he was.
Yeah,
he was
it was
there,
like,
and I
all
was
right,
like,
yeah,
and I
Prince
was
of
like,
Persia,
wow, Ubisoft's doing things to
I
me.
love
here.
Prince of Persia games. That was probably, I would say Prince of Persia on the old DOS was one of the first games I ever played in my entire life. Like where you're the sword, you're like, and then you back up, and then you go forward, and you go kink, 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 kink.
That is too funny.
Yeah, that was the first game I knew that had like an anti-copyright, like anti-piracy thing, where you always had to punch in during the middle of like level 1 to level 2. It said in the manual, what is the fifth word down from the third paragraph? And if you didn't get it right, you couldn't keep playing. Here, let me pull
that's
up.
intense anti.
Yeah, anti-piracy.
wouldn't
And the
work
game was
now.
like made in like 89, 91, I don't know.
I like the style. It's side scrolling.
Well,
It was
looks
kind of like a
fast
mix.
and
Yeah.
smooth.
But it looked good.
But this art style, Jordan, you had mentioned this earlier. It seems like a lot of games are going to this like hybrid cartoon shell shade realistic look.
Because I think it's
'Cause it's
easier
easy.
on systems.
Yeah,
Well, and I think you can. I think
and
you
looks
can. I think
good.
you can do it.
Look
like
at Zelda.
Yeah, like it won't. It doesn't age as bad as more hyper realistic graphics. Which I know.
Which, if they age bad, were they really ever realistic?
Yeah, I mean, GoldenEye, I thought that was like, holy shnikes.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, look at like I was actually just watching all of them this week. Look at Blizzard cinematics from way back when. I mean, they still play very well today. You know,
It's true.
Yeah.
Dude, look at
But those are the cinematics. That's,
yeah, but I'm still, you were limited back then too. You know,
yeah, I mean.
not as much on like
Toy Story came out in like 95.
Yeah, it still looks good.
That's basically what those
Where-
are.
Yeah,
So-
and it still looks good.
on those Pixar shows. What looks good is the characters, the models, the surrounding areas now lack detail that exists. You know what I mean?
In what? In
Like
those
the old Toy Story, for instance, because I watch it with my kid all the time.
Yeah.
The detail, like the texture detail, the characters, amazing, right?
No, but it's a cartoon.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll give you an example of the art style I like versus the sequel is The Incredibles. Incredibles 1, I love that art style. Incredibles 2, you can tell they have more detail. Plus, I don't like the story as much. I think first one better.
It's actually it's kind of
It reminds me
same
of
story.
But they make him like more real, and I think it hurts the show
yeah.
versus otherwise. I think
can see
The
that.
Incredibles is a far better looking video.
Defenestrator in the house says Marge's vacuum was OP. It's true.
It was.
It's true.
Well, yeah. Didn't you have couldn't you team up with each other? Like you could be on Homer's. She could jump on his back, and then they go whack whack whack. That game was awesome.
Can
The Simpsons Arcade.
Can we play one more game that was my game of the show until I saw Light No Fire, and that is Black Myth Wukong.
Oh yeah, that one. That's another one that I thought. Holy
that
cow, that
looks
was good.
super cool.
I'll pull that up.
Super weird ass cool. There's cool, and then there's weird ass cool,
Yeah.
and then there's super weird ass cool. Not Wukong. Sorry, Black Myth Wukong.
Yeah, you were on it. Yeah.
Yeah, pulling it up right now.
Black.
This
Myth
one's a
Wukong.
2024 release.
Yeah, next August, right?
A lot of them are 25. It's good to know.
I mean, August is almost 25 of.
We can fast forward past the painter. That's what I did last night.
What?
Yeah, I was tired of.
Game science.
How you said that was
I know,
inappropriate.
I caught what you. I caught it.
Oh,
This
man.
looks cool though. This
It does, yeah.
crazy, never-ending story style. Journey to the West
A Chinese fantasy novel.
from 1592. Like, look at that! Oh, it's so cool.
Wait, what do you mean never-ending story? Is this like?
It reminds me of never-ending story. There's just weird
Oh.
stuff happening everywhere.
Okay. Yeah. When you're on that dog flying.
It's a dragon, not a dog. I had no idea.
I think my
got
mind was just
corrected.
blown.
I got corrected like a month ago. I said it in a work meeting, and they're like, "It's a dragon," and I was like,
What kind of dragon is that?
"It is,"
But
And
it's
they're
a-
like, it's a Chinese dragon, and I was like, "No, it's a dog." Nope, it's a dragon.
It's got to be like one
Now
of
that
those
I'm an
mixed
adult,
breeds.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, but yeah, my entire life,
You know how you
I thought
have,
it was
like-
a dog. It's because
Yeah,
of the
it's a-
flappy ears, and then he goes, Remember, he goes, "Wow!" His eyes are all goofy. Whoa!
He was kind of creepy looking too. You remember that? Like, it was,
Yeah, he's kind of creepy.
No,
that whole show's kind of creepy.
I
had a
mean,
crush-
movies from the 80s are creepy
I had
in
a crush
general.
on the girl. The
I mean,
princess.
who didn't?
Who didn't? Yeah, who didn't? She was a babe.
a dragon, huh? Like, yeah, I think everyone thought he was a dog.
That was.
Like, that's why it was
Wait.
weird, because it was like, yeah, it's kind of like a flying,
It's
elongated dog.
It's like a flying poodle.
It really
Well,
was.
like, I guess I could see like the body of a dragon, but like the face is totally a
But
dog.
maybe in this mythical world, it's bred for its magical powers, and it's like what are they? What are those
Crossbred.
Those horsemen with a horse on top, and then the men on top.
Calvary?
No, not a
Minotaur.
Thank you, a minotaur. Maybe it's like a mythical animal like this, where the head is a dog, a giant dog head.
Oh,
Calvary?
yeah. Calvary? I was like, what are you, the guys on horses? What are you talking about?
Praetorian?
Anyways, this game did spicy overall. Xbox, how do you think they did this show?
They did good. I feel like a lot. I mean, we had the discussion where we don't know if it's Xbox or not with Blade.
Yeah.
I felt like they could have been more
In your face, yeah.
to let me know like things, but I know this isn't an Xbox.
Yeah, it's a Game Awards, so even PlayStation was very subtle. As well,
Yeah,
I
that's
noticed,
true.
you know?
That's true. Same with, I mean, all of them were subtle, but
Yeah.
I know. I mean, let's give it out for Forza Motorsport for winning several. They won a couple awards too.
Yeah, well done, Forza Motorsport. Absolutely.
Which I mean,
Didn't they say one of the awards they won was like their 5th time or something like that?
Game of the or sports game of the year, sports/racer.
Oh, yeah.
Which I looked at that list. Yeah, they deserve
The only
to
one
win.
that could have competed was FC24 on that list because it's done really well. But
Oh, and I gotta mention, you know how last week you were saying that there should be this like Mortal Kombat tournament of if they win their category, they should go up for Game of the Year.
yeah,
Alan Wake did beat Baldur's Gate 3 in one category.
Well, it won a couple awards, but was it in a category?
Direction?
Oh, direction. That's
Direction.
what it was, yeah.
Best
Yeah.
art direction.
No, it was game direction.
Game direction,
But
sorry.
it won art direction as well.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is Baldur's Gate 3 lost one, David, to Alan Wake.
yeah,
I will say that category was heavy hitters. It had like Zelda in
yeah.
it.
But so
but it
how
also
can,
won its other categories, though, too.
So
Yeah,
how
yeah.
can so you're telling me that the game with the best direct? So you've set up this conundrum.
Yeah.
Because the game with the best game direction lost to Game of the Year,
Yeah. But I mean,
and they were in the same category, but Game of the Year did not have the best game direction.
maybe it's like this. When you play a sports game, maybe somebody's 3-point, is better than their dunking ability or their rebound ability. Maybe Alan Wake's rebounds are way better than its shooting skill. But Baldur's Gate 3, you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I see what you're trying to say.
That game, Alan Wake, in that category was better than Baldur's Gate 3, but overall, LeBron James over here is better than them.
yeah.
So
So Baldur's Gate won Game of the Year.
Which was well
Okay.
deserved.
Best game direction awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Again, based off that definition, I think it's Baldur's Gates is what like game design,
I would
and
say-
direction.
I would say.
Yeah, but
It's mind blowing.
Alan Wake is really good.
Yeah.
It's scary, but it's good.
Okay, so it'd be
I
that.
have, but see, I haven't.
Best narrative. Alan Wake again beat Baldur's Gate in the same category. Outstanding storytelling and narrative development in the game. That one I could see because Baldur's Gate is not
It's more
as heavily
open-ended narrative.
Yeah.
Well, like it's got a narrative, but it can go a lot of directions.
Best art direction. This is 3 in a row. Alan Wake again. Alan Wake has a ton of awards.
Yeah,
Well,
they
I
did
think
really
Baldur's
good.
Gate has.
That one's not over Baldur's Gate though. That
Baldur's
one's not
Gate
over.
has quite a few awards too.
Okay, let me
Yeah,
see.
they've
just,
won a lot of awards.
Best audio design. Yeah, shout out to Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah,
Hi-Fi-
Hi-Fi
best
Rush,
audio
yeah.
That
design.
game, I think that game is audio design though. Like that's unfair. That game is audio design.
Innovation and accessibility was Forza as well.
Nice.
Yeah, well, they mentioned that even blind people are playing that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's nuts.
It's crazy. Best
Which, by the way,
ongoing-
that award was one of the ones that were like, okay, let's get it over in 30 seconds.
best community support. Transparency and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates / patches. Who was on this list?
Baldur's Gate was on there.
Baldur's Gate, Final
Cyberpunk.
Fantasy,
I mean, I'll be perfect.
Cyberpunk, and
Do you want me to
Destiny?
pull? I can pull
Destiny?
up the list.
Yeah, Destiny
if you
was.
want to. Do you want to go through all these?
No, I'm just going back through. Ooh, Sea of Stars won Best Independent Game.
Which,
Yes.
which was fair. I've never played it, but everybody tells me Dave the Diver is like just as good as Sea of Star. Like it's very good.
Yeah, fun fact, Dave the Diver is related to Bob the Builder.
Interesting.
Cousins.
Are you serious? It makes sense that they would be in the same universe.
So,
Wait, go back up.
So there's
more.
actually...
Oh, best VR AR.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So there's actually not that in head-to-head categories where they were competing.
That was and that was a good win. Best action game, Armored Core. That was a good win.
where they're competing in categories. Alan Wake versus. Oh, here is our prime example. No, it's not.
Well, best action adventure
Best
game,
action adventure,
Tears
okay,
of the
yeah,
Kingdom,
yeah.
which again a fair winner.
Best RPG. There we go.
Best RPG, but I mean it's just
It's just a little bit flawed. I think it's a little bit flawed. Anyways,
Where's that list you're looking at? I want to pull it up.
just the
at
Game Awards. Yeah, it just shows they're on their website.
not on IGN.
Okay. The Game Awards.
Yeah, the Game Awards.
But overall, it's a good show.
Overall, yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a fun night.
My only criticism is just it is very long, 3.5 hours,
It's too long.
and that's impressive to do that without commercials. Like at least the
No,
Academy.
there was a lot of commercials in there.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like the Academy,
not cutting away.
Academy Awards is 3 hours, but it also goes to like 10 minutes of commercials every 30 minutes. You know,
But that's the thing. The Academy Awards is shorter, and they have 7-minute commercials every 10 minutes.
yeah.
So they're able to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
All right, where's the list? I want to pull these
If
up.
you just go up to click winners on the top bar,
Winners. Okay.
and then
The
just
winners.
scroll,
Here, let me pull it up. So everyone
just
can see
and
what
then
we're
hit
looking
view
at.
winners,
View winners.
and then you can just scroll up there so you can hit
And
next
next,
to
yeah.
view all categories.
Oh, okay, so that's Game of the Year.
Baldur's Gate 3.
You know what's crazy? I don't think Mario won anything, did it?
It won Family Game, best Family Game.
Oh, that's right. It was in a lot of categories, but
Which I think Nintendo has that category locked up.
and Spider-Man as well was in.
Yeah, that was actually surprising. Spider-Man didn't win anything. I've actually been playing that with my son, and it is actually it's a very
I got
if you
proven
enjoyed
wrong.
the first Spider-Man, you'll enjoy the
Yep.
second one. But
I got proven wrong last week. I said I think Spider-Man, because biased media. I was wrong. I was completely wrong. Maybe there's no such thing.
well,
as
there's
biased
I
media.
mean
Maybe there's no such thing as bias media. Wow. You just-
even
what
after
an optimist.
so
I'm
hey,
willing
look,
to admit
look,
when I'm wrong. I was wrong.
even after playing Spider-Man, now I haven't beaten Spider-Man, but after playing a good amount of Spider-Man, I still think the game of the year was between Tears of the Kingdom and Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
I'm just.
So I really like the Final Fantasy 16 DLC that they just dropped last night.
Yeah, doing it
Where
well.
did they announce that?
Yeah, 2 DLCs. The first one was available yesterday, and then the next one's coming out.
Did they also announce? I didn't see it anywhere, but I knew it was announced somewhere that Baldur's Gate 3 is now on the Xbox Series
It
X
was.
and
It was.
S.
You
Yesterday.
probably, if you hit the arrow, you probably went past it. It was super quick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's now on the Xbox Series X.
Available yesterday,
It is
installed
available.
on my box.
So I was close. It came.
just didn't come on Game
Just didn't
Pass.
come on Game Pass.
Man, am I going to have to play Alan Wake 2?
It's good. It's scary. I'd play it with
I would
your wife
like
or
to
something.
submit that we move our gameplay to the Xbox for Baldur's Gate.
But how do we move our save over
It's
there?
a
You
cloud save. You can transfer.
You can transfer
the save.
your save. You just can't.
But can I still play on my PC while you play on?
No, you would
no
have to play on
crossplay.
the Xbox, but you could plug in a mouse and keyboard.
Okay, because I'm taking the role of the inventory management person,
Yep.
and I'm telling you, a keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, if
far
you
can plug it
superior
in.
for
if
inven-
if you don't mind, like if you have just like a, because you don't need any like quick APM stuff. You could just get like a
Then we don't have to worry about
wireless
any.
USB. You know what I mean?
We don't have
Like,
to
you
worry
can-
about any
you
stupid
can-
Steam glitches. Every time we fire up, I'll be ready. Like how many? There's
Okay,
like
I don't think people know what's going on.
There's at least 3 gameplays where that's killed our gameplay.
Yeah.
So we have a.
And I don't know that you both thought I was crazy and doing something.
No, yeah,
wrong.
we all
Well,
did.
'cause you're-
I was like, I didn't want to
Okay?
play, so he just said it
I
uninstalled.
know that was a thing.
I don't
And then, well, one day he actually showed me, And I was like,
Well, let me explain what's going on.
explain.
So we have an ongoing game on Baldur's Gate 3 multiplayer, and we play once a week. It's basically our Dungeons and Dragons game time.
Literally is,
It's so good. We talk about it on the show all the time.
If you remember, they drop in the members.
Yeah, the members of our channel here get to watch those. They're very good. It's a very fun experience. I look forward to it every week because I have hard weeks. I am busy.
Yeah,
but every Monday night I am excited to play that game.
Yeah.
It is so good.
And 3 of the last 5
And
nights.
every Monday night it feels like
3 of the last 5.
I have to reinstall it. And it's 140 gigs. It's huge.
It keeps growing.
It keeps growing and growing and growing. And so we only have like the time for an hour and a half to 2, basically an hour and a half to play.
Yeah, for whatever reason, every time, and not every time, because like last week you didn't do it, but then this week there's some sort of patch that it needs, and what it's doing is it's a glitch on Steam where it's not
I thought it was
reading,
a Larian issue.
No, it's a Steam issue.
It's not reading that I have the game already, so it's making me reinstall the entire game. Remember also,
But what's
then
funny is,
one
like,
time
remember,
we were playing in the middle of game, and it kicks me out to install a patch.
Well, basically, we have lost gameplay because David doesn't want to play. No, I'm just kidding. Because the game reinstalls
First of all,
right before. And
I'm
it's so annoying.
I'm already hard to get to play with. On that game.
Already hard.
Already hard to get to play
Well,
with.
what's funny is you'll check like 2 hours before, and you're like, okay, it's installed,
and
and then
it'll
you'll
be
go
fine.
and you'll hit play, and then it'll be like reinstall.
Yeah.
Super frustrating. So
It is a confirmed bug.
the idea here is to move over to the Xbox so we don't run into these issues with Steam.
I think you just have to have a Larian account.
And then I can lay back on my couch and my controller.
Let that vampire suck.
Let that vampire suck my neck. Suck on my neck.
That is such a good game. I mean, they deserve to have Game of the Year, I think.
Yeah.
What's their... Yeah. I think they deserve it.
I downloaded Skyrim Special Edition this week because the creation... What do they call it? It's
Creation
Bethesda's
kit?
Creations has dropped and opened over there. It's freaking cool, guys. Like, wow. So the next step is for that to come into Starfield, which I'm very excited for because I'm going back through all the Starfield stuff. But that being available on console and Xbox that way, like they have all the mods are there, for instance, for like graphic stuff to like upgrade your graphics and the whole shop.
Yeah, because they upload it to the Bethesda's whatever. And
The only thing, the way that they manage it is you can only apply so many, and this is even if you're on PC, you can only apply so many mods from there. So you can't have like unlimited. There's like
and I know you lose out on achievements.
there's like a 8 gig or maybe it's 4 gig. It's either 4 or 8 gig total add-on that you have, and there's a bar that marks it for you. Really cool though. Really cool.
Wow. Should we talk about the other big news that happened this week, where you tried to do a reaction video again and again and again?
Oh, that's right. That was this week, man. What a week.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 6, baby.
officially announced.
Yeah, officially announced.
Well,
Dropped the
officially
trailer.
leaked.
Dropped
Yeah,
the
and then
trailer.
they officially
Do you know what
announced
I was
it.
surprised about? The release date.
Pull up that trailer, actually. Is that 20?
No, I can't pull up that trailer.
No, you can now.
We can
My
now?
video is now approved.
Just don't put it in
Rockstar
music.
was purposely doing it so that they got all the views on their channel.
all right.
Now we're golden. We're golden.
If we're live and we get cut off, stay watching.
Oh, man, what a week. That was like so long ago.
I know, it really does.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer officially here,
Going back to
everyone.
Vice City, I hope my strip club that I own is still there.
It looks like it is. Looks like
You
it's
know, if you
intact.
played, you know it's the first one
I
you
know
can
exactly,
own. Yeah,
I know exactly what street you're talking
like,
about.
All right, there it is.
A couple things stood out to me.
And your boy Lance, who kind of,
A couple things stood out to me initially in watching this. First of all, did you know that this is they broke the YouTube record? Mr. Beast previously owned it of most views in a day. Of a YouTube
Really?
video. Yeah.
I'm sure Mr. Beast will get it back pretty quick.
Mr. Beast was pretty
Mr.
pissed.
Beast will do a video about this. Yeah. And then he's going to get like 50, 100 people to hear and see, and then he'll be digging water things in Africa.
Well, yeah. And
All
the
in the
internet
same
and the
video.
internet will get mad at him for like making the world a better place, So-
But what makes me love this, or what really stood out to me here, is
the twerking.
the twerking. No, the
I'm gonna
world.
go back. I'm gonna go back to
Anytime they
look at the
flash
cars.
to the world and show the world, it looks so dense. It looks so good. I think Rockstar is the best open world build. Like they build the best open world.
No,
I don't think it's a question. I think other games have come close.
No,
but they're the close.
You know
They're
what's
the king.
interesting is I was listening. I told you, David, because it's super fascinating. So there's a YouTuber. I forget his name. I'll show you guys after the show. But he is an ex Rockstar animator.
Yeah, I heard about this.
Yeah, and he
some
IGN even
ladies.
like quoted. But anyway, he reacts to trailers and he kind of gives you his perspective from. He gives you his perspective from a developer, right? And then what's interesting about this one is he used to be a Rockstar developer. Now he specifically says like, look, I don't know what they're doing now, but when we were there, this is what we did. This is why they're doing this in the trailer, and it was really interesting. But he made the point. He said, no one, if you got a AAA team, you could not make an open world today like Rockstar can. And he basically, its point is because he said every game they build, they learn and improve so much, going from Grand Theft Auto 1 to 2 to 3 to Red Dead.
It's building
to Red
blocks.
Dead. Yeah, like he says, no one can do what they do if you just started today. Like this is a Grand Theft Auto 6 is
This
like
exists.
this is years in progress.
This exists because of the previous 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, quite literally.
Yeah, like it's
Well,
yeah.
and the Warriors and all the other Rockstar games. Which, by the way, I love the Warriors. If I were to not to derail this,
Yeah, it was
You would go Warriors.
If I were to make a new game today, I would make a Warriors Tarkov game.
But look, can we pause it right here? Look at that city, baby.
Well, look
at that
If
city.
you another thing people are comparing, if you pull up a picture of the downtown area of current GTA 5, what is it, Los Santos?
Yeah.
It's vastly smaller.
Yeah,
like so the downtown, like this. I think this map's going to be
The
huge.
density, the amount of stuff that's happening.
No, I've
and I would like you to read aloud that banner, if you
see-
could.
can you see it,
you can
Spencer?
zoom in on it. Hold on. It gets a little bit bigger. Think can you see it there?
It's
there.
kinda
Yeah,
like
there
a-
it is.
It's
there it
supposed
is,
to be
yeah.
like a Netflix banner because that looks like a Netflix logo that they're mocking. What does it say?
It says something like.
Hold on, let me. I'll
Like
Google it.
you could find it because someone said it and I just started laughing.
I can't read that, and I can't zoom in on this computer. I could zoom in on my phone.
Yeah, it says
Why?
It says
I got
919. It says
Why
Y69 when you can 919. Oh man,
That's what.
it's gonna be so good to have. It's gonna be so good to have like a Grand Theft Auto game back.
That's
You
the other thing
know,
that stood out to me. It just seems so unapologetically Grand Theft Auto, and that is the charm. That is the. Would I ever let my kids play this game? No, but I'm going to play the crap out of it. Okay.
Yeah,
I cannot wait to live my life here.
well, look, like it's not just like Vice City. Like, look, we're going to the what's it called, the Everglades
The
in Florida.
Everglades
Like, it's
as
just it
well.
looks. Well, I think it's going to be like a Los Santos where you had like the
three biomes.
three kind of. But yeah, I think it'll be a bit bigger. But I'm excited for Vice City.
Yeah, Fitzy says, I like how they based a lot of the stuff on actual Florida events. The Joker prison guy is all upset by everything. Everything they're showing, the crazy car meetups that are happening. That dude's a real guy. That's a real situation.
Well,
the alligator,
I think one of the
pulled out of the pool. The twerking on the car is real, happened in real life.
I think one of the comments I saw is they're going for that real Florida man energy.
Yeah, it is. It has
The
everything.
guy in the banana hammock, like watering his lawn.
That's real as well. That's a real, like, they went off of like viral social media videos, which is why you see all the social media in there.
Now, if you notice, they show the two characters. I don't know how you guys feel about it or how a lot of people. I know some people like it, some people don't. I really enjoyed the switching between the three characters. I think
there were times it fell flat.
I mean,
But
yeah.
overall, I
there was
enjoyed it.
when you have multiple characters, there's always going to be some that you think are better than the others, right? Like I played mostly as the first guy, Michael. Right?
Michael's
I know, like you're a
awesome.
Trevor, you know,
Trevor's
like Trevor, you know,
awesome.
and then there's Franklin, right? You know, everybody's gonna have their
Franklin
guy.
was the most boring.
But
He was very useful in his driving skills. He was
But no,
a damn good driver.
I
Now,
hope
Franklin's friend was interesting. That's who
Lamar?
I wanted to play
Lamar.
as Lamar. I wanted to be
Lamar with
Lamar.
that Apache blood.
Yeah, but Franklin was just kind of like. He was just uninteresting of the three.
Well, he was like- I feel like he was
uninteresting. He was the least interesting.
Well,
of
I
the
think his character was like he was learning from Michael, right? Like he's the up and coming, you know. But what
like
it did,
that's real life.
what it did for like gameplay, like being able to switch between like, hey, Franklin's the driver in this mission, Trevor's the sniper.
Yeah.
The hell, like I think it overall, like there are some cons to it, but I think the pros outweigh the cons, and I really do hope they go with the like the bouncing between. And it looks like it's going to be these characters. At first, I'm thinking like, oh, are they going to push co-op maybe? But I think they'll be
No, it's those two characters.
Yeah, I think it's gonna. I hope they do the bouncing between them.
What is the the movie where they drive off a cliff and die? They're robbers.
I don't know.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Is this going to be a Bonnie and Clyde story?
Is that the movie? Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's kind of what they're
that
going
gonna
for.
be
Oh, that's
But
not Bonnie and Clyde. I know what you're talking about.
No,
but
it is. It's Bonnie and Clyde.
It is?
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, then maybe they're going for like a modern day Bonnie and Clyde in
Is that what the
Florida.
story? Oh no, Bonnie and Clyde. Were they shot up or did they drive off a cliff?
No, I can't.
think
I
they
know
were
what you're
shot up.
talking
I
about.
think they were shot up.
I don't know. I know.
Thelma and Louise. Thank you, chat. Thelma and Louise.
Well, we're way off.
No, that's what I was. Yeah, that's what I was trying to. I can't remember.
But that's Thelma and Louise is off the cliff, but Bonnie and Clyde got
They were
shot
the-
up.
well,
got
they
shot
were
up,
the- they
yeah.
were the
I think it's
robbers,
going
right?
to be a Bonnie and Clyde tragedy.
Oh,
That's
Or
gonna be
Butch
my-
Cassidy and the
Guys,
Sundance
just so you
Kid.
know, that
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Let's
Yeah.
say that. That's one of the
That's-
OK Corral.
that scene of the people partying at the pool with the lady in the white bikini. Don't worry, guys. When on the online mode, you guys come visit me. That'll be my.
I think that's the
All
main
those-
character. I
all
think that's
those
the girl.
parties there.
Anyways, no. To reiterate what you guys said, nobody does it like Rockstar.
Oh yeah,
They push
are-
boundaries. They push it hard.
Yeah.
Nobody can. I mean, you get your off. Well, like I got to get my fix. That's when I would play like Sleeping Dogs, or that's when I would play other games like it. You know, because they come out so far
well, even
away from each other.
Even Red
this
Dead-
game's what 13 years since we've had a Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even Red Dead 2, like I have my criticisms of Red Dead 2, mostly in the multiplayer side, but I think that game even pushed.
Well, even me-
like, you know, like
100%
push boundaries.
pushed
Like,
it hard.
like,
I think it's a top. It's on my top 5 game list, but it doesn't beat Red Dead 1. But the world
Well,
is
Red
the
Dead 1
best.
pushed it forward.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Every
But-
game they release pushes the industry
Yeah,
forward.
but the world building in Red Dead 2 is the best to date.
yeah.
And this looks like it could be the best to date.
Yeah, well, every Rockstar game when they were released was the best open world
yeah.
like universe. To
Yeah,
date.
nobody else they make it not tedious. They make it feel, they always manage to make you feel that you're in the world, that things are happening if you're not there, that the characters passing by you are living their own life. No other game does that. Ubisoft, again, I'm going to rant on them here real quick. They're just tedious. Their open world is tedious. You're not living.
Well, and I think
the
they're
world's not living.
like I think going to Assassin's Creed Mirage, I think they know that, and I think they're starting to kind of maybe reevaluate how they do.
Yeah. Whereas Grand Theft Auto always, even at 5, you're walking downtown.
Here's my thing, and I think,
or you're driving in a car and listening to the radio. People are going past you, having
music.
conversations on the phone, and like
The music
it's
in the
so
games.
cool.
here's my thing, and I think the great games do this, and I think this is a lot of games fall into this trap. You spend a lot of man hours working on a quest or something, right? And they're afraid the player won't see it, right? Like you're doing all that investment, all that time, and the player won't see it. Something like Grand Theft Auto or even Baldur's Gate, I'm sure there's stuff that developers spend hours on, but they give the player the freedom to either find it on their own or you know what I mean. And I
don't
think
force
that
you.
and I think that's why games like Baldur's Gate or games like Grand Theft Auto or even Red Dead 2 feel more immersive and feel alive because it is like a random encounter, right? Like how many times in even just taking Red Dead 2 did I encounter something that you guys didn't encounter? You know, like and I think they're not afraid. These developers aren't afraid to do that. Whereas I think developers like Ubisoft, and you know, maybe I'm generalizing, but I think they are afraid to do that. Like, oh no, we put all this time into this quest. We need to make sure the player sees it, right? You know, or this mode or this what, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Anyways, very exciting. What a week. The other thing, and then we've got to go because we've got to do the members lounge real quick. Which guys, if you want to come see us at the members lounge, it's for everyone who supports the show via subscribing. If you like what you're listening
Makes me want to move to Florida.
if you like what you're hearing,
There's a lot.
come join us. Come become a member. But Sea of Thieves had an update. Private servers.
Yeah,
Now a
it's pretty
thing.
cool. Yeah.
So it's called, what is it called? It's High Seas, and what's the private server called? Dang, I forget. But it's private server.
Low seas.
No, High Seas is going to be the traditional mode where Safer Seas. So High Seas and Safer Seas. Safer Seas is a private server. Basically, you can do all the quests, what are the stories? Tall Tales?
Without getting ganked.
Without getting ganked by others. but you do get less experience. You don't have, not everything is available there. So I like it. I think it's good. I think it's a great way to give options.
I almost wonder if
you can play with your kids, right? Like that's the.
Yeah, I almost wonder if that takes away from it, though. No,
I get why. So when you look at the list of everything you can do, anything that has anything to do with multiplayer obviously is removed. You get way less renown. You get way less experience, stuff like that. It's basically focused to go through the Tall Tales.
Yeah, but see, most of the newer Tall Tales. I mean, probably the first set of Tall Tales, not so much, but the newer Tall Tales, you're all instanced anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I wonder, a lot of the encounters of Sea of Thieves and what makes that game special is the fact that you can encounter someone, you can become friends with another pirate ship, or they're you end up fighting another pirate ship. Yes, there has been nights where I've done an Athena quest and you get raided right at the end because you took that risk. No, we'll go one more and then we'll hit the outpost. And then all of a sudden, some pro player comes in and just wrecks your ship and steals all your stuff. And you're like, I literally just wasted the last 5 hours of my life. But I think that even though that's annoying and frustrating, I think that's what makes the game special. Yeah. So I don't know. I'll try it out. I'm interested. I'm just curious if it takes away that feel of Sea of Thieves.
The people that are going to be playing on this server are not going to be the hardcore players. It's going to be dads and kids and moms and kids and family. That's what this is for.
Yeah.
It's not like it's making you play it.
But that's
what if you want to relax and not.
I don't know.
Other people.
But I think having that risk. I don't know. I think I'm just curious. I think it takes away of what Sea of Thieves is and the overall feel of Sea of Thieves.
Well, go play it and tell us.
Yeah, no, I will.
Go play it.
Well, play it with your kid or something.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. That does us for this week. Thank you very much for tuning in and hanging out. If you like this, make sure you rate, review, and subscribe to us over on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, wherever. Leave us a 5-star rating. Also, consider supporting us. Become a member over on YouTube. Just hit the join button, and you get a sweet loyalty badge. Shout out to everybody who joins us live every single week. Shout out to everybody who supports us. Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate it. Right after this show, we've got our Members Lounge, where we hang out with members. And what are we talking today? Oh, we're talking forever games, baby. Because I went through everybody's hours while we were waiting for Baldur's Gate to upload. So we're going to talk about it.
Okay.
Have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye.